Hello, this is wmpyr. In this video, I want to talk to you a little bit about basically warrior culture, and this is my 3 points of advice, okay, regarding that subject. So, number one, for those of you people that are just getting into martial arts, those of you that are interested in warrior culture and you want to kind of like follow that kind of warrior creed and have that in your life. Okay, so the first point that I want to make to you guys, I read a book by Antonio Inoki, who is a professional wrestler over in Japan, and one of the things that he said in the book was for anyone that was like starting off, and you're going to go through really, really hard training, and he said what you need to do to survive and overcome the training is that you need to find something special about yourself. Dig down deep, and it could be the history of your family, it could be your own personal history, something you did in high school, maybe you competed, you were a tennis player, anything. It could be that your uncle was special forces, maybe you come from a generation of security guards. Whatever it is, he says, find something that makes you special, different from the rest of the mass of people, and use that in your training, because there's going to be times where you don't want to train. There's going to be times where you want to quit, where that's where everyone else wants to quit too. Everyone else doesn't want to do it too. They're going to get discouraged. They're a little tired today. They would rather just sit in the couch and watch TV. And that's where you say to yourself, no, I'm special. It's in my DNA. It's in my blood. I come from warriors. My ancestor was a samurai. In my case, that's what it is. But anybody and everybody, if you look far back enough in your ancestors, you're going to find warrior culture anywhere around the globe, all right? If you look far back enough, you'll be able to trace it to warrior culture. In my case, it's samurai. Someone else, it could be Aztec warriors. Over here, it could be Scottish Highlanders. Whatever the case, there's something, okay? And just latch on to that idea, okay? Latch on to that personal pride, whatever, and use that to your benefit to, like I said, when everyone else is like, oh man, I can't do this anymore, that's when it kicks in, because it's primal, it's real deep inside, and use that fire to help you go beyond, help you go beyond where others don't want to go, help you reach your maximum potential. So use that to your advantage, okay? So that's number one. Number two is basically you have to understand that motivator that you picked, whatever it is, and it could be a multiple things, okay? It could be that you're an orphan, whatever the case, that you come from a generation of policemen or whatever it is, okay? Whatever that fire is that helps you get through the training, that's tough, because martial arts training is tough, should be tough, and whatever it is that helps you get through that, you need to keep it internal. It cannot be external, okay? You have to keep it to yourself, basically. It's for you. It's, like I said, it's in your own mind, and it's to help you get through, climb a tough mountain and get to the peak. That's all it is, all right? So the moment you make it external, and then if I said something to you like, I come from samurai ancestry, all right? My ancestor was a samurai, therefore I'm better than you. How does that make you feel? That makes you feel bad. First of all, that's not true. I'm not better than you are. We're both human beings. And, just because my background is samurai, like I said, if we go far back enough with your ancestry, I'm sure there's an awesome, awesome warrior culture, and that's the bottom line. All these warrior cultures out there, you can't say that one is better than the other. I hear so much arguments. Last night, I watched a very, very long video where this one guy basically argued that one warrior culture was better than another, and it's ridiculous. It's very petty. And I think what it is like when even though this guy was an older guy and he had done a lot of research and stuff like that, basically it's screaming, I want the attention. Me, look at me. I'm awesome. I'm better than you. I'm better than everyone else. That's what that is, When I talk to special forces guys that were Vietnam vets, and I have the privilege and opportunity to talk to some of those guys. All of those guys that I felt were legit, right? All of those guys said nothing but good things about the Viet Cong, about the enemy. They gave a lot of respect. Why? Because your friends, your buddies died there. And if you think they suck, if you think the enemy sucks and they're idiots and whatever, and your friends got killed, what does that say about your friends? So, no, you're not going to say that. You're going to give respect to the enemy. And yes, as much as you were trying to get back home, you were trying to make sure that all your friends, all your teammates, that they're going to go home safe. You understand that that's what they're also trying to do, and you see them as human beings. And like I said, not one warrior culture is better than the other, and arguing that is really, really silly. Now, I'm not saying if you want to pick, like, I want to learn this, I want to learn this from these guys, I want to add their repertoire to mine. It's like different styles. I don't see a problem in that. You want to follow the samurai code, but you like the Viking method of this, or you like the European knights, the way they did this, and you want to combine all that or whatever. I'm not saying that that's wrong. Okay, that's fine. Absolutely fine. That's very detailed, and you're making your own strategy. You're making your own method. But then to say that your method is better than other people's methods, or to say that, the Spanish fencers are superior to the French, or whatever, it's silly. All right, that's very petty. That's very childish is what it is. So what I'm trying to say is that warriors who've been around, who've really been to war, warriors that are very secure, they know that other methods are awesome too. They know that it's tough. War is tough, and you got to give respect to warriors, because that's what they do. They're creating methods to defeat other human beings, and they all have their place, and they all had their circumstances. You got to understand that. So, that's why I say keep it internal. This pride that you have, country, personal history, your ancestry, your blood, your DNA, whatever it is, your own experiences. Maybe you've been to prison. Whatever it is that you feel that's going to make you tougher, more warrior-like, more special than the person right next to you, okay? Whatever that is, keep it internal. You got to be respectful towards other people's, warrior culture. So that's my second advice. My third advice, right, is that hopefully you understood the second advice, why you got to keep it internal and not external. Because if you start making it external, you become prejudiced, you become closed-minded. Welcome to the world of Hitler, okay, where you're going to start seeing yourself as superior, or your methods as superior and others as inferior, okay? When you start doing that, that's, you're going to start creating all kinds of prejudice, and then to force that opinion onto someone else, through force, through violence. It's terrible. It's terrible stuff. But okay, so number three is once you understand that you give respect to other warriors out there, so you're a cool warrior, and you're able to work on your own craft, but you give respect to other people's crafts. So you go, oh, this guy, what they're doing, that could be a threat. So you're giving respect in a sense, and you're not underestimating them. And so it's kind of like a arms buildup. Okay, that's great and everything, but then there's going to come a point where when you meet a regular person, you're going to see yourself as a warrior, and then you're going to see someone that's not a warrior, and you're going to think this, all right? You're going to think that you're better than they are because you're a warrior and they are not. You'll give respect to other warriors, but if they're not a warrior, you look down on them. That's wrong too, because, who do you think the warriors were protecting? They're protecting their wife, their kids, their family members, all right? You're protecting the village. That's from invasion, okay? That's what you were doing. And if you really thought that you're better than them, then the people, the weak, the sheep, if you think that you're really better than they are, then why would you protect them? Just protect yourself. That's what it's going to turn into, okay? And that's wrong, obviously. That's clearly wrong. So, you got to give respect to human beings. So even though you're a warrior, you can't think of yourself as, I am better. than other people. And that took a long time for me to understand that, because if I was walking around and I, see myself as warrior trained, okay, I don't necessarily see myself as I'm a warrior, especially not anymore, but I have warrior training in the past. All right, I have trained in the ways of a warrior, or ways of a warrior from way back then or whatever. It's very difficult if you're walking around with that kind of attitude, with that kind of baggage on you, and if someone is a little disrespectful to you because they have a bad day or whatever, and I look at them and I'm like, I don't care if you're taller and bigger than me, you're an asshole, and I'm a warrior, I'll take you on. I can't have this kind of attitude, and I can't be like, you're not a warrior, you need to bow down to me. This is wrong. You're not going to be able to function in normal society. You're going to get into fights. You're going to get put in jail. There's a whole lot of problems with that. So you need to, once again, put that away and go, you know what? This is a human being. This guy probably just had a bad day. And it's not my job to let him know that I could beat the shit out of him. So what? That's not what's important here. So, it's like, okay, you're having a bad day. Chill out, dude. What's your problem? Come on, man. Be cool. And that's it. So those are my 3 recommendations, 3 advices for you guys. Is, real quick review is, number 1, find something special about you and find that links to that warrior mentality. All right, because life can get really tough. It's not just a training. It's not just a combat training, martial arts training, but life itself can get really tough sometimes. So it's good to have that warrior mentality. So get that. Find something. Find a link. All right. Number 2, keep it internal. All right. Don't force it onto other people. Like I said, that's very juvenile. It shows. It's very, to the more seasoned, experienced warriors, they're going to look at you and go, yeah, you got a big mouth. You're very juvenile. All right. And then number 3, okay, number 3 is, you got to understand that this is about human beings here, okay? Being a warrior doesn't make you, your warrior skills do not make you superior to a ballet dancer who has ballet skills, or a pianist who has, mad piano skills or whatever. It's just another skill. It's just another experience. It's just another area, and that doesn't make you superior to another person. You don't want to turn into a bully. So that's it for now. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and take care, folks.